obviously, people look at the running back roster for this ball game. Let's say it's challenging, but I'm sure you're really taking it in stride, thinking that maybe seldom used players can really prove themselves. I mean, what's your approach going into this moment?
My approach is the opportunity. I thought a couple of our guys was waiting for that chance. It's really hard sitting being the third and fourth guy, doing everything right at practice and understanding the schemes and just waiting your turn. So for me, it's an opportunity to show what they got, and I'm excited for Daniel. He had spurts in games where some people say he should have been playing a little bit more, and so now it's his chance and an opportunity. And then George Hart and Deontay. So I'm excited for those guys. I know they'll do just fine.
Chris Carpenter. So Shaun, do you anticipate that Daniel will get the vast majority of the snaps, or what's your sense of that going in?
If we were going to in this game right now, he would get vast majority with George and Deontay backing him up. We'll see how the other two progress the next couple of weeks, because most of the time they had scout team reps on the other field, and so I had little chance to see them from a productivity aspect. And so these next couple of weeks, I'll see how they do, and the better they do, I think they will get more and more reps in the game. But Daniel will be the guy. Yeah.
Doug? Just how would you assess Daniel's season at this point? It seemed like he was a little banged up for the end of the season.
Yeah, it just has minor bumps here and there, and he's a smaller guy, so he takes a good amount of injuries. But I think Daniel is a tough-minded guy. I think he'll do fantastic. Being the third guy in that room, he never grumbled, and so he's just waiting for his opportunity. So I'm excited to see how he does.
Coach, when you talk about obviously their opportunities, how do you feel that, like you said, they're running obviously on the other field, but how have they picked everything up backup wise, and how are they just taking to the offense?
They've been in all of the meetings prior to every practice, and so all of the installs they've seen, and all of the tests and everything that we do in the classroom they've seen, all of the walkthroughs they've been a part of, and so it's just the actual game time preparation that they weren't involved in. But I think they're going to be just fine. Those guys are bright guys in that room.
And then how tough is it to kind of keep them from getting all wide-eyed and big as it gets closer to, not to press too hard?
You know what? I just, for them is just to have fun and go about, and preparation to me is the key. The more prepared, the less the big eye. And so understand what you're going to be getting into. But we are dealing with the preparation part and going above and beyond that, so that they're comfortable and will run instinctively.
Chris, did you have another one? And then can you pass it to the show? Wisconsin has obviously had a lot of success stopping the run this year. So what sort of challenges do they pose, and how do you guys prepare for that matchup?
I think they load the box and are guys that want to play in the phone booth a little bit. I think that with us, so we're going to have to find ways to open up the run game. Again, they have been I think it's 63 yards per game that they've averaged, and so we're going to have to find ways to do that. We're hoping that we'll be able to spread the field with Jaden and do those things, but I think we got a good plan.
Obviously, the other factor is the offensive line, and it looks like you're going to be down 2 starting offensive linemen for this game. So how does that change things, or does it?
I think it's the next man up. Ben Scott has been practicing at the center, Jared Bell as well, and so they're taking reps. I think the next guy's up. I know Henry didn't play the last game because of the knee, and Spencer did a good job, and so it's just the cohesion. They're a pretty close group, and so I just think they'll do fine.
All the fans that are waiting for Case Hatch to finally get a carry, I guess the wish is going to be fulfilled in this ball game.
you saw him taking some handoffs there. We know. I would love to get Case the ball a little bit. He's done a tremendous job blocking and catching out of the backfield. He could be a secret weapon for us.
Chris?
Shaun, Herm said until someone actually transfers, they haven't transferred. So do you consider the situation with Chip to still be potentially fluid, or do you think that door is closed?
I think he's exploring his opportunities, and we'll know further. We're just going on as if he's not in our room. and we wish him the best in making that decision. And I love Chip, and you know, I recruited him, and he's done everything right. And so hopefully he'll have a chance to make up his mind soon. But right now we're just gonna move on with the guys in our room, and just hope Chip makes a good decision.
What else? Pass that to Brad.
Can you just talk about what this day means for you? Do you get excited for this day, or what's that day look like?
For the Wisconsin game,
Yeah, or for the guys that declare what you're going to
oh, absolutely. You know, it's whenever you step into a recruiting visit within the home, you know, you're asking the parents to hand off their babies to you. And so I know, I think it's bittersweet for them because they're leaving the house and going someplace, but they're excited about the opportunity for their sons too. And so it's a great day. I know I did it with my daughter as well. And mom cried. I had to hold back my tears, but at the same time, it's them moving on and having that opportunity, especially with a full ride scholarship, is tremendous, especially for some families. And this is a great day for a lot of families.